Hello students, I am Dr. Sushma Katade. Welcome back to this second online lecture on environmental and green chemistry. We had already started your first chapter of this environmental and green chemistry. In the last video lectures, we had seen the different type of the terminology which are frequently used in throughout this portion, that is the environmental and green chemistry. Now in this lecture, we will be going to study the different type of the units of concentration and different type of the segments of environment. So which are the units of concentration? Generally the concentration of pollutants are conventionally expressed in fractions, and usually the pollutants are toxic even they are very low concentration of the order of ppm. So that is, it means the parts per billion. And the pollutants, there may be in liquid form, or it is in solid samples or in gaseous samples. We can express this pollutants in ppm, in pphm, ppt, ppb. And in gaseous pollutants we can express it in mass per unit volume. Now let's see the conversion of these units. So this is 1 ppm, it is 0.001 percentage, or it's 100 pphm, or it is 1000 ppb, or it is, this is nothing but this ppt, that is the parts per 100. Now this fractional expression of concentration, they are interconvertible. Suppose in case of liquid and the solid sample, the fractional units refers to the parts by weight. So how we can express it is by parts by weight? We can take one example to understand this concept. Suppose the 4 ppm of dissolved oxygen level of water sample refers to 4 parts of dissolved O2 in 10 raised to power 6 parts of a water by weight. That means 4 ppm of this dissolved oxygen means 4 parts of this O2 get dissolved in 10 raised to power 6 parts of water, that means ppm. Quantity of water is expressed generally in liter. So if we can convert it into liter, so 1 liter of water, that means 10 raised to power 3 milliliter, that means it is 10 raised to power 3 gram of water. So it's nothing but the 10 raised to power 6 milligram of water. So 4 ppm of dissolved oxygen is equivalent to 4 milligram of dissolved oxygen per 10 raised to power 6 milligram of water. That means it is a 4 ppm of dissolved oxygen per 1 liter of water. So it is in, how we can express it is in gaseous sample. So in gaseous sample, this fractional units refer to a volume. 1 ppm of NO2 in air means 1 volume of NO2 per 10 raised to power 6 volume of air. So suppose as per the Avogadro's number, if the number of mole of gases are proportional to the volume, we can express this ppm unit of gases sample in mole of gas per million molecule, or it's a mole of air. So this another unit of a gaseous is number of molecule per unit volume per centimeter of air. Suppose generally the gaseous spaces are extremely low concentration, and the number of molecules per unit volume, that is the centimeter cube of air, is used. This for this usual fractional unit, the number of air of this molecule in 1 centimeter cube is worked out by ideal gas law. So at STP, that is the number of air molecule in 1 centimeter cube air at 1 atmospheric pressure and 298 Kelvin, we can express by this formula, ideal gas law. So N by V is 0.049 mole per liter. Now 1 mole is equal to Avogadro's number, that is 0.023 into 10 to the power 23 molecule, and 1 liter is equal to 10 to the power 3 centimeter per cube. So put this value in this equation, you will get N by V is equal to 2.46 into 10 to the power 19 molecule per centimeter cube. That means this 1 centimeter cube of volume, 1 centimeter cube volume of air at STP contain 2.46 into 10 to the power 19 molecule of a gas. We can again elaborate these terms by taking one example. Suppose this is OH radical, okay, it is a pollutant we consider, and it is in 0.1 ppt in polluted air. So what is mean by this? At 1 atmospheric, it means that 0.1 OH radical per 10 to the power 12 molecule of air. If 1 centimeter cube air contain 2.46 into 10 to the power 19 molecule at 1 atmospheric pressure and 298 Kelvin, then if you want to calculate it, the OH radical in 0.1 ppt means you have to multiply this 0.1 into 2.46 into 10 to the power 19 divided by 10 to the power 12. So it comes 2.43 into 10 to the power 6 molecule per centimeter cube. Now the third unit used to express the concentration of gaseous sample is mass per unit volume. Mass per unit volume. Let's the concentration of the pollutant which is expressed in fractional unit be 1 ppm. We consider it is at 1 ppm. So this can be expanded at 1 mole of pollutant per 10 to the power 6 mole of air. Okay, so 1 ppm it is 10 to the power mole 6 of air. So from previous example, we consider that 1 liter air contained 0.049 mole. Okay, that means 1 meter cube air would contain 0.409 into 10 to the power 3 mole of air per ppm level of pollutant. Okay, so how we can express? We can express this in 1 ppm means 0.049 into 10 to the power 3 into 10 to the power minus 6 mole per meter cube. That means 1 ppm is equal to 0.049 into 10 to the power minus 5 mole per meter cube. So to express this pollutant level in terms of mass per unit volume, you can multiply this quantity to its molecular mass. So we can consider this molecular mass is capital M. Okay, so you just multiply, you will get this value. It is nothing but 1 ppm air pollutant. Now the next part of our chapter is different segments present in the environment. So there are total mainly four subsystem we can call it is at atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere and biosphere. So what is this? This everything is made up of the earth system. Okay. Generally this lithosphere is a land part of environment. Then this hydrosphere is a water part of environment, and biosphere is whatever the living organisms, living things are present, they are called as a biosphere, and atmosphere is a airy part, okay, of environment. Now one by one, what is meant by the atmosphere? Atmosphere is nothing but the protective blanket of a gaseous around the earth. This atmosphere contains the life of earth which save it from the outer space. How it is save it from the outer space? Because cosmic rays is absorbed by the atmosphere, and this cosmic rays or these UV rays are the tissue damaging rays generally, which is absorbed by atmosphere, and this atmosphere is maintain the heat balance due to the absorption of these rays, and therefore the earth essential gases which is atmosphere is maintain the essential gases for this living life of the earth. For example, it supplies the O2 which is essential for the aerobic life, CO2 for plant photosynthesis, nitrogen for the conversion of nitrogen fixation. Atmosphere is the main carrier of the water from ocean to land as a part of the hydrologic cycle. So these are the rays which are generally absorbed by the atmosphere, and due to this all these living or the heat is balanced on the atmosphere. Now next is the hydrosphere. So hydrosphere is total amount of water on planet. So this hydrosphere, this water amount is distributed mainly in three part. The first part is 97% of this water part on the earth is in ocean. Then 2% generally it is in polar caps or the glacier, and only 1% which is used as a fresh water, or it is also called as a surface water and the groundwater. Now this 1% of the water is fresh water is distributed mainly in four type. Out of this 30% of the fresh water used for irrigation, then 50% for the thermal power plant, 12% generally for the industrial consumption, and only the 7% of is used for the domestic use. This surface water which get contaminated by using the pesticides and fertilizer in agriculture runoff water, and some human activities, animal waste in the savages, industrial wastage, which creates a serious problem nowadays for the aquatic life and the mankind. The next is lithosphere. So what is lithosphere? It is the outer cover of the solid earth which is accessible to the water. This generally includes in the mineral occurs on the earth crust and the soil, and the important part of the lithosphere are the complex mixture of the mineral and organic matter, air and water. Due to this industrial, mining, agriculture, household activities which produce a large number of the soil waste which pollutes this lithosphere, nowadays the disposal of the solid waste has become very difficult to the environment. Then biosphere, we had already know that biosphere is nothing but the living thing present in the atmosphere, the region where the living things is present in the atmosphere. So this biosphere generally occupied by this living organism, and that's outer cover of the solid of this earth. This biosphere is made up of the smaller units which are called as the ecosystem, and generally these biospheres and the other three segments of the environment, they are mutually influence. How it is? Because the survival of the biosphere is generally depends on the various essential elements for, which are present in the other three segments of the environment. For example, this oxygen level and the CO2 level in the atmosphere is influenced most of the important process in biosphere through respiration, then photosynthesis. The natural cycles occurring in the environment provides the mechanism for continuous of various elements like the carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus, which are essential for all living life within these four segments of the environment. Okay, thank you very much, students.